So one team wanted it more, the other team was just there to be there. South Carolina State upsetted Jackson State. And I'm going to tell you what went right and what went wrong and who's very happy that Jackson State lost. This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, and I'm about to keep it real with y'all. What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. And let's cut the chase. So Jackson State just lost to South Carolina State. South Carolina State, credit to Buddy Pugh, they outcoached Jackson State. The whole coaching staff did. Jackson State, in my opinion, looked like a team that really didn't want to be there. They didn't care about the Celebration Bowl. They were treating it like, oh, we're about to play a 6-5 team. Let's just do what we do and leave and party and whatever. They didn't want to show out. And a lot of players have inspirations on that team. And to do that on national television, I don't want this to happen, but I really feel like James Houston is most likely going to be the only player this year on Jackson State to be drafted. It was that bad. I'm talking about this year's draft. I'm being honest with you guys. Y'all know how I love Jackson State and the movement that they created. But let's be honest. On Jackson State, I'm talking about this year's draft. I'm not talking about years later. I know number 12, Cameron Selman, he'll be drafted when his time comes. But I'm talking about this year. James Houston will be the only player drafted this year on Jackson State. Holmes, number 3. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I was surprised that he had the invite to the Senior Bowl, NFLPA Senior Bowl, because he gives up a lot of plays. He can tackle. He's very smart, but he gives up plays. You saw it in this game, giving up big plays. All the corners did, the secondary, the safeties did. And guess who's happy? PWIs, they're happy. The elites, oh, you know they're happy. Also, the HBCU traditionalists who do not like Coach Prime. And it's not about having HBCUs growing their programs out. They're not about that. The traditionalists are so happy that South Carolina State won this game. This is what y'all wanted. Y'all got it. So there's going to be YouTubers who hate Jackson State. They're definitely going to talk shit on Jackson State. They got the right to talk shit. When a team doesn't perform to their level, that's what's going to happen. But I will tell you, there's going to be some self-hate going on. There was already undercover self-hate when Jackson State was winning their games. But there's going to be an amplified self-hate all throughout social media, YouTube, and everything else. It's going to be a butter biscuit fest. Just watch. But I know we're going to have shines on the comment section. Oh, Jackson State lost. I bet you're mad. Actually, I'm not mad. I mean, I wanted Jackson State to win, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. You can't win them all. And I'll be lying to you to say I was pretty excited last night. My boy LaMelo Ball doing this thing. He finally came back after those stupid COVID policy rules that the NBA has. They need to get that fixed. But that's another story for a different day. But to the Jackson State players, I'm disappointed in you, brothers, because Coach Prime, he has done everything possible to get you all noticed. and showcased the right way. And you all let them down. You let them down. Now, Shines are going to say Coach Prime can't coach. Jackson State's overrated. Shadir Sanders is crap. They're going to say all this stuff. This is the way it is. I don't care if Jackson State played against a 3-7 team in the Celebration Bowl. You got to put on and show out. Sold out crowd. Big viewership. And you're going to wet the bed like this, JSU? You're going to let the fans down that have been supporting you through the whole season, missed tackles, lazy plays, not being smart, not being fast, not being disciplined. This is bigger than you. This shit is bigger than you. I would hate to play for a coach that didn't believe in me like Coach Prime does for his players. That would be a drain for every athlete, anybody that played sports in the past, to play for a coach like Coach Prime. And to not give it your all. And I don't want to hear about they play with effort. Jackson State didn't play with effort in this game. Lack of eye discipline. Trust me, if they had good eye training, most of the big plays in this game wouldn't even happen. Shaq Davis, they made him look like Megatron out there. In Fields, man, he picked them apart. Flowers did his thing. Also, shout out to Cameron Selman Craig. He showed out. Him and James Houston were the only two players. James Houston was getting double team, triple team, and made something out of nothing. He's a pro. I'm telling you right now, he's a pro. When you got when he's getting triple team and nobody else is making plays, that's a problem. Shiloh Sanders. Didn't I tell you guys earlier in the season, I root for Shiloh. I like that he can intercept the ball, got good ball skills. But what have I told you? You got to wrap up. And you saw what that fullback did. Not the fullback, but the running back. Once Shiloh launched his whole body at Flowers. What did Flowers do? Spin out, gain more yards. That's what he did. But to the Shines, hey man, y'all go celebrate. I know you were waiting for Jackson State to lose. This made your whole year. And Jackson State fans, keep y'all head up, man. Y'all shouldn't let anybody get y'all down. You guys are changing the game. We're recruiting, signing the number one player. Yes, I said the number one player in the country, in Travis Hunter. Nobody's doing that. The offensive line played pathetic as usual. The offensive line will have a new makeover next year. Coach Prime is already calling people up. And trust me, there's going to be some offensive linemen after their bowl games. Remember I told you, after the bowl games, they're going to commit to Jackson State. That's why Jackson State signed half of their class. They're not done yet. In the second signing day, they're going to turn it up a notch. So laugh now. Laugh now. If I'm Jackson State, I'm scheduling South Carolina State the first game, if it's possible, because I know they try to schedule FAMU or the first non-conference game. Do that. Now, I still want Jackson State to play like a Sam Houston State, North Dakota on non-conference, figure it out. No Division II teams. This team next year is going to be way more talented than this year. You seen what happened this past year against Delta State. Jackson State, slow first quarters, look down upon competition. And they're human. People do that. When you play lesser opponents, you're going to look down on competition at times. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is what it is. But South Carolina State, man, y'all did your thing. One thing about South Carolina State, which I mentioned, I think it was 3 videos ago or last video, I said that they're better than their record. They played nothing but FBS schools. They played Clemson. Actually, they played Clemson hard. That score 48 to 7. Clemson had to work for those 48 points, man. I saw the game. I saw when Kobe Durant picked off the Clemson quarterback 2 times, and they were able to make some turnovers. So they're a lot better than their record. They went 5-0 for a reason in the MEAC, because they were battle tested. That's what Buddy Pooh does. He plays FBS teams to get them ready for conference play. And as for Coach Prime, I feel for the brother, because he was in his second home, Atlanta, when he was drafted for the Falcons. And for his players not to show up was disappointing. But hey, the show must go on, man. Next year, there's going to be a different team. Thank you all for supporting the channel, liking, subscribing to the channel. Still going to make some videos this off season. You know me, whether it's basketballs, HBCU play, heck, even NFL, I'll be talking about it. But this is DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Y'all stay blessed.